Imagine a world where wealth, influence, and secrecy intertwine in a way that blurs the boundaries between glamour and menace. We're talking about Cat Matlala, a man whose life reads like a thriller: hitmen, bribes, luxury cosmetic procedures, and mysterious whispers of institutional capture, now dragged into the harsh light by the testimony of an ex-girlfriend. That's our story today. A deep dive into a scandal that sends ripples not just through headlines, but right into the heart of South Africa's justice system. To begin, let's step back and watch how this saga blossomed. Cat Matlala, or Mzansi Matlala, once known as a tender king, rose to prominence after his company secured a staggering R360 million contract to provide health services to the South African Police Service. It was the kind of deal that makes headlines, especially when awarded amid allegations of fronting, fraud, and suspicious bid rigging. While subcontractors went unpaid and service delivery fell apart, the Matlala household either maintained or escalated their extravagant lifestyle. Mansions, designer labels, and cosmetic surgery, symbols of opulence in the face of a crumbling enterprise. But it wasn't just money that was on trial. Allegations of violent undercurrents began to surface. Reports revealed that Matlala once found himself arrested alongside a known hitman, and he is now accused of orchestrating an attempted hit on actress and socialite Tebogo Thobjane, who narrowly survived a shooting that tragically paralyzed her companion. This twisted contrast between outward extravagance and lurking danger was just beginning to unravel. Then came the most personal voice of all, the ex-girlfriend. Publicly disclosing intimate knowledge of his alleged orchestration of violent schemes, hitmen, and financing of luxury cosmetic procedures through illicit gains, the kind of revelations that cut straight to the marrow of corruption. While these claims remain personal, the media and investigators are taking them seriously, seeking to piece together the truth behind sensational whispers. Amid these towering allegations, Matlala's defenses have remained defiant. He abandoned his bail bid in early June and now awaits trial behind bars in Pretoria's Kosi Mampuru maximum security prison, confined in leg irons while his spouse, Tsakani, secured R20,000 bail under strict conditions amid her own charges. It's a sobering image, the fall from glamour to a stark remand cell. Then, in July, further revelations poured in. A shocking prison raid uncovered that Matlala had a cell phone concealed in his cell, an illicit attempt to maintain influence even behind bars. As a result, authorities reclassified him as a high-risk inmate and moved him to the CMAX section. This symbolized lingering links to the world outside, even as the system tried to shut him in. Public prosecutors and civil society watched closely as additional allegations emerged. South African Police Service insiders and high-ranking officials, including Police Minister Sensom Chinu, were named in potential protection bribe scandals. Claims included visits to Matlala's penthouse by Becky Seal just before the contract was awarded, and hints that certain police and prosecutorial teams were quietly disbanded as the investigations began to close in. Each detail coalesces into a portrait of influence and institutional capture, a crime and contract tapestry. From a balanced perspective, we must hold fast to due process. Matlala, while facing mounting evidence, is not convicted, and defenders argue media sensationalism may amplify unproven allegations. Yet investigative reporting from News 24's 9 Lives series and the Investigating Directorate Against Corruption, IDAC, lend credible weight to these claims. The SAP's tender has been officially cancelled, and criminal probes continue, but the path to accountability remains windy. Consider the human element. For the ex-girlfriend, speaking out with such allegations could be dangerous and emotionally devastating. For Matlala, the judicial system and public ire converge in a high-stakes courtroom showdown. Across South Africa, citizens ask, how deep does this corruption run? Can our institutions ultimately deliver justice? And what happens when people entrusted with power and protection may themselves be culpable? What lies ahead is uncertain. Should Matlala be convicted, it could set a strong precedent against procurement fraud, abuse of power, and violence. If the case stalls or fragments, public cynicism and distrust may deepen. Alternatively, the scandal might become a catalyst for reform, tightening tender processes, bolstering transparency, and empowering whistleblowers. Ideally, this entire saga becomes a case study in how systems fail, how individuals abuse power, and how people can demand better. At its core, this is not just scandal. It's a mirror, reflecting the vulnerabilities of institutions, the seduction of wealth, and how quickly corruption can erode public trust. But it's also a call to vigilance, that when glamour, violence, and bribery converge, we must keep watching, questioning, and insisting on accountability. Thank you for staying with me through this extended exploration into the dark web of contracts, crime, and power surrounding Cat Matlala. If this unraveling journey resonated with you, please subscribe, hit the notification icon, and share your thoughts below. What shocked you most? What do you think should happen next? Let's continue this conversation in the comments together.